ħajja waħda għal-pinnis.
U issa għal-wirja tal-ajru li ssir il-kosta tal-Qawra fuq il-baħar. Wara nofsinhar u allura l-atmosfera tan-nies tkun waħda mill-iżbaħ. Din is-sena b'ġets mill-aktar moderni bħal Supersonic Rafale tal-qawwa tal-ajru Franċiża, jets li dejjem jiġbdu lin-nies bħal l-F-18 u l-F-16 u sintendi displays b'formazzjoni minn timijiet tal-Iżvizzera u r-Red Arrows. In-numru ta' spettaturi kien wieħed imdaqqas ġmielu. Għall-ewwel ġurnata jinbqajt l-ajruport biex insegwi mill-viċin it-tluħ u l-inżul u nisraq xi intervista ma' dawn il-bdoti. Tkellimt l-ewwel ma' Major Joner u Captain Von Buren mill-PC-17 tal-Iżvizzera. So tell me a little bit about the formation and the display shows that you do as the PC-17.
Yeah, so I might start. So as a team leader of the PC7 team, we are very much looking forward to coming to Malta after the long COVID break, of course, 2021 now. And we do more or less 12 shows in Switzerland and normally 3 abroad. But this year, unfortunately, the first 2 got cancelled. So that's our first and last show abroad this year. So very happy to be in Malta.
Oh, very nice. How do you plan for a display? Do you change it? Do you have different routines depending on the country you're going to or the terrain?
Yes, especially the terrain, of course. As you can imagine, in Switzerland, we have a lot of hills, mountains. So every display site dictates how we can place the display. And then, of course, also for the first solo, then it depends on the altitudes. So we have national rules and also the Maltese rule.
So you are the solo in the team. So you
Yes.
are. How do you split your training? You have to follow, and then you have to be a solo. How does it work for you?
Yeah, that's exactly that. The strength of the PC7 team is to have every time somebody in front of the crowd. So when the main formation splits, then I'm proceeding in front of the crowd, showing what we can do with the PC7.
Yes.
What is able to, like crazy formations. Then I just proceed in a holding, and the formation is coming back to show another element of the display. Then when they split, go away, I come back.
You have different routines or no? You have always one routine which you keep the same from one display to
Yes,
another.
but we have 3, let's say,
Routines.
different shows. We have
Okay.
the full show, we have the intermediate show, and the flat show. And this
Okay.
depends on the cloud base. And today, as we can see, it's a lovely day over Malta, so we plan on doing the full show.
So what is it like coming to Malta, and what are you looking forward to besides the display in this country?
I mean, for me, it's now the 4th time flying in Malta on the PC17. And coming here, of course, it takes some time in preparation because the PC7 team, if the weather permits, normally we fly VFR and at the 1,000 feet ground. So it means also some preparation of the navigation because we have to do 2 stops to refuel the aircraft. So we did one first in Pratica di Mare, close to Rome, and then a second one on Sicily. And then we encountered some weather, some thunderstorms or clouds, so we had to circumnavigate and adapt the route. And it's a very interesting training. And once then you cross the sea, as we don't have a sea in Switzerland, of course, it's very special for us if you see the island, the beautiful island of Malta. So very happy coming here.
imiss issa l-F-16 tal-qawwa tal-ajru Torka, mit-tim Soloturk, wieħed mill-aktar wirjiet mistennija din is-sena. U bir-raġun, dawn il-bdoti huma meqjusa bħala wħud mill-aqwa fid-dinja fil-kapaċitajiet tagħhom.
Ifimni, l-ewwel bdejt insemmi lill-entużjastina waħda minnhom, jiġifieri dak hu l-feeling.
Mal-wasla lura tal-kaptan Serdan Dogan mort biex nieħu l-ewwel kummenti wara esebizzjoni bħal dik.
I was more excited than the rehearsal day, you know. It was a really big crowd just waiting for the displays. So it was tremendous to fly here over the sea, and I don't know, but I can imagine the, enthusiasm in the spectators' eyes while flying. So it was perfect.
I tell you, there was a lot of enthusiasm. I was receiving messages and
Really?
photos. Yes,
That's nice to hear.
It's
Nice to hear.
fantastic.
Thank you.
They were telling me he's firing flares.
It was our gift for the spectators, you know.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Wow.
Jalqu l-ispettaklu din is-sena ir-Red Arrows. Ir-Reds ilhom jagħmlu esebizzjonijiet mill-1965 u għamlu madwar 5,000 esebizzjoni f'57 pajjiż differenti. Din se tkun id-9 darba f'Malta. 9 ajruplani jets tal-għamla Hawks li jtiru b'tant preċiżjoni u aġilità veloċi li ħalluk bla nifs. Kif waslu ma stajx nemmen il-kalma li kienu jidru fija wara ftit akrobazija bħal dik. Murt inkellem lill-Flight Lieutenant Will Cambridge li kien jidher frisk bħal ħassa aktar kont eċitat tajjim minnu.
How was it?
The setting was really lovely, so with the sun coming down, it just looked absolutely beautiful. So we're hoping the display looked good for everybody.
Yes, I'm sure it did. Did you manage to see any of the people and crowds?
So most of the time I'm looking at the front aircraft, but I did manage to sneak a peek of some of the bits and pieces, and it's beautiful down there. And with the sea as well, it just looks absolutely
Fantastic. And you had someone else with you?
I did, yeah. So this is Stu. So Stu's joining the team. He's going to be on the
Hi.
team next year.
Okay.
So he's trying to pick up a few bits and pieces from.
Fantastic. Okay. So I thought you were taking passengers. That's why I'm asking. I would have volunteered.
Did you
No.
want to come along?
Yes.
Unfortunately
Any
not.
day.
Provajtu m'hemmx tagħmel. Nittama li avvenimenti li jġibu tant kulur fil-ħajja tagħna l-Maltin jibqgħu jirritornaw kull sena.